Lost and Found, Part 2, Lost Identity, the Crisis of the Modern Soul. This is Brother Rizwan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu to the truth seekers, the soul searchers, and everyone who has had an identity crisis between breakfast and lunch. I'm your Brother Rizwan, the reminder from your fitra, the echo of what your heart already knows, and the man who once tried to find himself by switching shampoo brands. Spoiler alert, it didn't work, but voodoo did. Because let's be real, when you lose who you are, no filter, no trend, no TikTok therapist can bring you back. But today, we're diving deep into the biggest identity crisis of our generation, and the divine cure Islam offers. Welcome to the identity crisis era. We are living in a time where who you are is a multiple choice question. He, him, they, them, she, them, it, them, cat, dog. Spiritual but not religious. Formerly Christian but now manifesting. My truth, your truth, no truth. And the fitra is screaming in the background, can someone tell me who I really am? This generation doesn't lack expression, it lacks direction. It doesn't lack labels, it lacks identity. What does Islam say about identity? Islam is crystal clear. Indeed, the most honorable of you in the sight of Allah is the most righteous of you. This is in the Quran, chapter 49, verse 13. Islam removes man-made labels and replaces them with something eternal. You are a servant of Allah. You were created with purpose. You matter. You're not the clothes you wear, the gender you choose, the trend you follow, or the trauma you've survived. You are a soul created by the most merciful. And when you anchor your identity in that no trend can shake you, why this generation is so lost? Let's be honest. The modern world profits from your confusion. The beauty industry makes money when you feel ugly. The clothing industry thrives when you're insecure. The self-help gurus get rich off of your lack of peace. The influencer culture gets views when you feel empty and needs escape. They don't want you to feel whole, but Islam does. From gender confusion to role confusion. Today's crisis goes beyond gender. People don't know their purpose, roles, or even worth anymore. Boys don't know what it means to be a man. Girls are told that modesty is an oppression. And everyone is taught, do whatever makes you happy. But the fitra knows happiness without truth becomes addiction. Freedom without guidance becomes chaos. Islam reminds us you don't invent yourself, you discover who you were created to be. The Prophet, peace be upon him, knew the identity crisis was coming. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, says there will come a time when holding on to your religion is like holding on to a burning coal. This is in Hadith in Tirmidhi. He didn't just warn about physical persecution. He saw the eternal battle, the confusion, the pressure to blend in. And he taught us how to stay authentic, anchored and unshakable in the world that changes identities like fashion trends. What Islam gives you that nothing else can? Number one, a creator who knows you better than you know yourself. We are closer to him than his jugular vein. This is in the Quran, chapter 50, verse 16. A mission. Number two, a mission. Worship Allah and carry the light. Number three, a family. The Ummah, billions strong. A blueprint from birth to death. Everything with purpose. Islam doesn't erase your uniqueness. It refines it with truth. What reverts say? Countless reverts has said, when I became Muslim, I finally know who I was. Not because they memorized a script, but because Islam gave them something the world could never. Dignity, direction, divine love. Heart check. Who are you when the labels are gone? Strip away your job, your title, your trend. Who are you? If your answer isn't a soul created by Allah, for Allah, then it's time to recenter. Because no other identity will hold you when the world collapses, only that one will. The final reflection, you don't have to find yourself in the mirror. You don't have to invent yourself through hashtags. Just return to the fitra, and you'll find a version of yourself that's always beautiful, always strong, and always loved. Next up in part 3, Lost Love, redefining relationships with purity and honor. We're going to talk about heartbreak, hookup culture, and how Islam brings back sacred love in a world that cheapens it.